So I guess that it's Wakanda forever, or maybe just temporarily. This is my review for Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which is the latest MCU film and kind of the end of Phase 4. And this movie is directed and written again by Ryan Coogler. And it's starring Letitia Wright, Angela Bassett, Tenoch Huerta, Denai Guerrera, Dominique Thorne, Lupita Nyong'o, and Winston Duke. And this movie is about after the death of King T'Challa, aka the Black Panther, Wakanda has to band together to pick up the pieces while dealing with outside threats. So going into this film, I would say that there was more curiosity than anything else. Just due to the death of Chadwick Boseman and how they were going to handle it, as well as where is the story going to go from here on. Though I felt like they should have recast, just in my opinion, I wanted to give it a chance because, you know, maybe I like it. But that wasn't the case entirely. Some of the things that I can give it props on is the emotion and how it was written and delivered. In fact, by just the situation of Chadwick Boseman's death, as well as what we were shown in the trailers, you can figure out going in that that was the driving force, and it was. The emotion is the heart of the story, and how everyone is coping with the loss of their king and Black Panther. And it is stretched throughout the whole film. And it is done well as you can feel the loss and emptiness because it is art imitating life. And it somewhat reminds me of Furious 7 with Paul Walker's death and how they did the tribute to him within that film. And there is a nice tribute to Boseman that will, I believe, choke a lot of people up. Even though Shuri is in the forefront as the main character, this film is really an ensemble piece and focus a lot on the collection of characters around her as well. As the film title alludes to, with Wakanda Forever taking up the mass of it and having Black Panther in smaller letters. It just kind of shows you where the movie was going and what they were trying to do. And I love the balance of it and the fact that it did shine more light on the other actors. So as to give them more on-screen moments and to have them shine brighter in their roles. Like Angela Bassett, who is one of the major standouts, as she demands the screen when she's on it with a very powerful performance. She brings out the pain in her character, but at the same time weaponizes it so as to not look weak in the eyes of the world. And she kills it. Like I said, to me, being the biggest standout in the film. And Wright, like I said, is really the lead in the film. And it's no surprise being a standout because she was one in the first film. And she does carry the film really well and gives us a great performance all throughout it. And Guerrera is great as Okoye again. And is still revered as a warrior and has some dope moments in the film. And Nyong'o does a damn good job in her role also and is not wasted. And Duke is kind of, again, the comic relief. And it still works. Still having the likability with this character. And Thorne as Riri was okay. I feel like the character wasn't really necessary to have in the film, as she really adds nothing major to it, besides being the comic relief who was kind of hit and miss with it. But whereas Namor is great, not only as a character, but as the protagonist to the heroes. He is built strong and menacing when it calls for it. He has a very interesting character, and I loved how he was handled. And I can't wait to see what's going to be done with him in later projects. And the visuals are hit and miss, with several of them looking not the greatest, as well as a lot of the green screen shots. And there is a lot of retread of stuff that's been done in the MCU before, and this film is noticeably filled with it. And as far as the length goes, this film is 2 hours and 41 minutes. That's including the credits. But honestly, I didn't mind the length. But I can imagine that some people will. And so overall, this movie was okay. One of the better films in Phase 4, but Phase 4 was somewhat kind of lackluster. So it's not really too much that you can do to get ahead to be better than the others. It has nice action and visuals here and there. The acting is awesome. The characters are great still. Namor is a great villain and one of the better ones in Phase 4, which, like I said, there's really no competition. And the emotion and balance of characters are two of the best parts of the film. And even though you can feel the missing presence of Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa, Coogler did a good job of what he had, and I can recognize that. It's beautifully shot, and I would love to see more with Namor and the Wakanda series that Coogler is developing, because with how it ended, it will make that series very interesting. And don't leave as soon as the movie is over, because it does just have one mid-credit scene that is worth sticking around for. Though it's not better than the first one, it still was a decent outing. And even after this, I do still feel like they should have recast. But we got what we got, so if you feel like you want to check it out, definitely check it out. And so that has been my review for Black Panther Wakanda Forever. Please, if you enjoyed this, give me a like because it helps me, as well as subscribe. leave a comment, and hit the notification bell. And I will catch you guys on the next one. So peace out and Wakanda forever.